The Trump administration just announced a deal to permanently end President Biden's student loan repayment program. It's a move that could force millions of borrowers into more expensive payment plans.
Yeah, so at the same time, the administration is slashing billions of dollars from federal student aid. Supporters say the changes will reduce the federal deficit.
Yeah, but as our chief investigative reporter Eric Flack discovered, they could also price working families out of higher education.
For Carrie Espada, teaching chemistry at a Virginia high school isn't just a job, it's a passion. But it came at a price, massive student loan debt.
I have close to $200,000 in debt. A lot of it was to be able to secure the position that I have now in education.
Espada has been repaying her loans slowly using federal programs that offered affordable income-based payments. At the start, Espada was paying about $60 a month on that $200,000 in college debt. That's before President Biden's SAVE plan offered her even more loan forgiveness, dropping her payment to zero based on her income level. But that plan was blocked by federal courts, and Tuesday, the Trump administration reached a settlement to kill it permanently and move all 7 million current enrollees into other, likely more expensive repayment options. As part of the sweeping budget package known as the One Big Beautiful Bill, President Trump slashed nearly $300 billion from federal student aid programs to help offset trillions of dollars in tax cuts. The fallout for college borrowers has been massive. President Trump is not only phasing out affordable loan repayment plans by July 2028, he's capping federal loans at a total of $65,000 per child for undergrad and $100,000 for grad school. That means millions of borrowers like Espada will be pushed into more expensive repayment options, while students planning to go to college could be forced to turn to private loans with higher interest rates. The advocacy group Protect Borrowers estimates the average undergraduate loan will rise $4,000 per year. Graduate students will pay an additional $10,000.
Is this going to keep kids out of college?
Absolutely. Many students are going to either be discouraged from going to school or they're going to be cut out of the process altogether.
The Trump administration and Republicans here in Congress defend the changes, arguing the federal student loan system had become unsustainable, that taxpayers shouldn't bear the burden for unlimited student lending, and that income-driven repayment plans encouraged colleges to raise tuition without accountability. But Espada says it's not overpriced universities, but students that will pay the price. She's gotten estimates showing her monthly loan repayments could skyrocket to as much as $2,000 per month.
Immediately, my thoughts were, how are we going to live? We still have to eat. We still have to put gas in your car to get to a job.
Boy, E, as two parents who know what it's like to...
We're sitting up here talking probably.
Talking about how much money we pay
for
college. Yeah, but for the millions of people enrolled in this SAVE plan, and you hear her story, I mean, what do they do now?
Well, there, as we said, 7 million borrowers who are still in forbearance, but interest has been piling up on those loans since August, since some of these changes took place. The Education Department says it will start reaching out in the coming weeks with guidance on selecting a new repayment plan. Consumer advocates, though, including the ones we spoke with for this story, say start researching these options now. Here's the problem, though. Protect Borrowers warns none of the remaining plans are as affordable as the SAVE plan. They estimate roughly, something like 5 million borrowers could default this quarter because of these changes. That's 5 times the pre-pandemic rate. That means potential wage garnishments and seized tax refunds for millions of Americans. So they're just going to be hit with these enormous bills that they haven't been paying for years.
And it's drastic.
Wow.
You go from zero to 100, just like that.
Right.
Drastic. And on the other side, they say they're trying to balance the budget, and this is a way to cut, massive debt. But these families are going to be feeling a huge, huge impact.
And then you think about the many families who may have to rethink whether they can do higher education at all
Because
of what they're going to be facing down the line.
And
Yeah.
as we were talking about the price of
Oh,
colleges,
gosh.
which is another issue that we have to talk about, and we will talk about
Yeah.
another big issue.
All right. Stay on top of it.
All right.
Flack, thank you.